What is going on, guys? Today we are looking at Steve McManaman, the 89 right wing for England. Absolutely cold dynamic, absolutely love it. 4-star, 6 foot with a high medium. He is controlled, explosive and right foot. He's had a double upgrade from his previous base hero. He's gone from an 87 and I think was he in the Prem? He was in the Prem and now into La Liga. So he's got a double upgrade, and in terms of stats, we're looking at 2s and 3s across the board. In terms of playstyle pluses, we've got technical, and then we've got first touch, relentless, and chip shot, is that? Chip shot as the kind of normal playstyles. He didn't actually have a playstyle plus before, so even though I'm not a massive fan of technical, it can have its certain advantages, but it is slightly better than nothing. In terms of stats wise though, we're looking pretty good. Good pace, dribbling looks good, balance is a little bit of a letdown, shooting wise the finishing's a bit off, but everything else is on the semi-average scale. Passing's decent, and then obviously a little bit of physicality, but nothing crazy. I felt like the first card was just absolute dead wood. Once you got him kind of after a month, you just wasn't excited anymore. First week it was something new, something different, but then we've got so many right wings, it's unbelievable. There is a lot of player of the months, SBCs, upgrades, evolutions that literally come to this level of a right mid. Now in terms of this card, I feel like he should have that little bit better pace. Obviously everything's 2s and 3s, so there's going to be a slight difference. It shouldn't be massive beyond belief, but hopefully it's going to be a little bit. So going into the overall form then, not bad. Definitely good pace. I felt like in terms of dribbling, it was decent enough. It's not quite a Dembele level, but it most definitely does work. Pace-wise, I was quite happy with. Obviously, that 91 is always good. I feel like if you're going for more of an attacking winger, you've definitely got to go with something like a Hunter. Max out the pace as much as possible. Get that finishing up. You could argue you could probably go with the finisher as well, mainly to get a bit more on that balance. but it's, again, not necessarily the craziest amount. It is a shame that if you was going for just a pure winger, not necessarily even a shooter, you could go with the engine to get a bit of pace, bit of passing, and really work up that balance. But then the shooting aspect of him is really going to be gone at that point. So it is kind of a triple threat. You could either go Hunter and max out the pace and shooting. You could go finisher and gain 12 on that finishing, as well as then not getting any more pace, but getting a bit more agility balance. Or as a wing aspect, you could go with the engine. All three options are going to be more than viable. I personally would probably look towards more the finisher route. Getting that 90 finishing, already having 91 on the pace is going to be enough. If you utilize your technical plus as well, in scenarios where it isn't just constantly running down the wing, then you've got yourself an option. I felt like he went forward nicely. Coming back, it was kind of wishy-washy. I'm a big fan of kind of keeping my wingers more towards, not necessarily even the halfway line, but say like halfway between my box and the halfway line. So it's not quite defending, but then it's not quite like full on staying up front. It's kind of a mixture of both, so they can put a leg in, and then once they're out, they absolutely bomb it down the wings. That for me is always going to be a great tactic for your wingers, and then obviously your midfield and strikers can push up accordingly. Now, in terms of the card itself, I don't feel like you'll get really many places, because naturally we've got so many wingers, it's unbelievable. Even if we look in just the La Liga, you've got Gully, who most definitely is quite a nice one as well. Both very similar in terms of every aspect. We've then got Rodrigo. Can Futrico go that side? I don't know if his UCL hero can. Unless his UCL's hero might be in a different league. But again, that's going to be a great one for a right wing. You've then got the likes of Rodrigo. You've got then the William brothers is not terrible. They're not necessarily my massive cup of tea, but they're pacey enough. You've got Cubo, who more than likely will get more cards as well. He's probably coming in, like top 4, top 5 in terms of wingers in La Liga. Then if you went into just wingers in general, it's quite far down the list. It really is. So I don't think he's going to be a massive value, especially when you've got 30k on the base already. I can imagine he's going to be anywhere under 100k, really. It's nice that they gave him the double upgrade, and I think it's definitely one step correct. The dynamic is cold as well, but that is unfortunately